What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of my player career mode. This is episode number 24, and we start today's episode off with a game against Southampton here away at St Mary's Stadium. And this game was going to be the 19th of the Barclays Premier League season, which of course means that after this game is done, we would have finished the first half of the Premier League season. And what a first half it's been as well. As you can see by the league table, we're currently sitting in third place. We haven't lost a single game, which is just ridiculous. We're 10 points clear of Liverpool in 5th, so Champions League qualification should be assured, really, touch wood, so long as we don't have a meltdown really in a few games with some bad results. But yeah, we're doing very, very well, and it's been an amazing season. No one ever predicted this. I know in the game last year, Fulham finished 8th, which isn't too bad really. In the game they finished 8th, but even so, I still didn't think we'd ever get into the top 4. But still, it's been an amazing first half of the season, and we were looking to end it here with a win against Southampton. But the first chance fell in the second minute. I went for goal from just outside the area, but it was a pretty tame shot, and Holy Goalie has a simple save, so still 0-0. But from that, Southampton came out the pitch. Morgan Schneiderlin offloads the ball to Davis here, who plays it out wide towards Callum Chambers. Young right back plays it back in field towards the French midfielder Schneiderlin. He's looking for a runner. He finds Joe, the Brazilian striker. He finds Jay Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Lallana. He plays it back in field to Joe, and it's a fantastic stop by Stockdale, and it's still 0-0. So Joe looking very menacing early on, the former City striker, looking to get a goal here. But in the 29th minute here, you see Jack Court get on the ball for Southampton. He rolls the ball forward into Joe. He finds Lallana. Lallana gets onto the ball. Really good chance here as he offloads it towards Jay Rodriguez. He fizzes across into the centre, and it is Joe, the former Manchester City striker. He puts it in at the far post and makes it Southampton 1, Fulham 0. So the Brazilian forward makes it 1-0 here to the home side. And in the 39th minute here, you see Amor Rubieta get on the ball, rolls it infield towards Bradley Johnson. He plays the ball forward towards Kasami. It's Kasami who takes aim, but unfortunately the former Celtic and Fiorentina goalkeeper makes the save, and it's still 1-0. But in the 45th minute, Maya Yoshida, the Japanese international, is guilty of some poor ball control. I intercept him, get the ball, give it to Kasami. Kasami gives it to me. I run through one-on-one, but again I'm denied by the Holy Goalie, and I just can't seem to get the goal. So it's still Southampton 1, Fulham 0, and Boric was in really good form here. And in the 67th minute, Southampton looked to extend their lead as Lallana finds Schneiderlin. Their passing was immaculate, and as Lallana comes forward here, we have to be bailed out by David Stockdale. Fantastic stop by the goalkeeper, and it's still 1-0. But really, we just didn't really get into the game at all. It was Southampton who were dominating possession, as you'd expect. We couldn't find any good chances. But in the 73rd minute, Bradley Johnson gives me the ball down the right-hand side here. Very good chance. Nice little Berber spin. We roll the ball back in field to Bradley Johnson. But that is a shocking miss by the former Norwich midfielder. That should have found the back of the net with ease. But instead, he couldn't even put it on target. It was still 1-0. And 90th minute was the game was being closed out here. It looked like we were going to be having our first league defeat of the season. But as Mayuka's header is simply saved by David Stockdale, we go on the counter as quickly as possible. Bradley Johnson gives me the ball, and instead of offloading it to the runner in front of us, we go down the right hand side. I'm already in front of Nathaniel Klein. I also beat Yoshida for pace. I take aim, but unfortunately I just couldn't find the far corner. I sit on the floor dejected because that was the last chance of the game. It will prove to be one of the last kicks of the game as well. And as you can see here, my outside the foot shot was a really nice strike with the outside the foot shot trait there that I got ticked on my pro. Very, very nice attempt, but unfortunately it just whistled wide the post, didn't swerve in enough, and the game does finish Southampton 1, Fulham 0. So we lose for the first time this season in the league, and that's a real shame. Of course, we did lose in the Capital One Cup game against United. We lose in the league for the first time this season, and that's a real shame. I had a poor game, 6.3 rating, not very good indeed. But as you can see by the heat map there, I was chasing everything in this game. I really was, because Southampton just passed the ball around all the time. We could not get the ball done, but still, we lose for the first time. It's always going to happen eventually, but there you go. After that, you see we're now into January, so here's a look at our stats and our attributes as well. Of course, we're an 83 rated striker. We're only 20 years old. The attributes look fantastic, and as you can see, we are 58% complete in our overall striker progress. Here's a basic look at the accomplishments. You can see in the categories which accomplishments we've got. Well, not what accomplishments we've got, but how many we've got anyway. But here's a look at the league table as well. We're currently sitting in third place, 6 points behind Manchester United, who lead the way, 10 points clear of Liverpool in 5th. So yeah, things look absolutely fantastic. Not nice to see Nottingham Forest in the relegation zone, but still, things looking fantastic for us here at Fulham. I have to say, it's been an incredible season. No one would have ever predicted this. Like I said at the start, they did finish 8th last year in the game, which wasn't too bad. And of course, I'm a very good striker, so I knew we'd probably help them to possibly a Europa League place, but I never thought we'd be in the top 4, and it would take 19 games before we're finally beaten in the league. But still, we take on Norwich for the following game here, the second and final game of today's episode here at Carrow Road, and we beat Norwich, of course, in a reverse fixture. We destroyed them actually. So as you take on Norwich here, I did fancy my chances, and the first chance this game would fall in the 2nd minute as it's Gary Hooper, the former Celtic and Scunthorpe striker, who gets on the ball, plays it forward towards Leroy Fer, and the Dutch midfielder gets onto the ball. Really good chance here, a great ball in to the centre, but Prato's header is onto the post, and then the follow-up shot is well saved by David Stockdale. So still scoreless, but in the 13th minute, Kasami gets on the ball here. Really good chances. Norwich failed to get the ball away. Sidwell gives me the ball. I take it around Robert Snodgrass with a nice little heel-to-heel flick. I end up stopping the ball, fake shotting past Russell Martin, getting onto my right foot, and I squeeze the ball past Felipe into the bottom corner to make it Norwich 0, Fulham 1. So that was a nice goal. Haven't scored in a long time, and well, I say a long time, it's only been a couple of games, but still nice to score the goal, and it's 1-0 to us. And these celebrations just get more bizarre as the goals come in. I just can't seem to get a good celebration, but still Norwich 0, Fulham 1, and it's myself who gets the goal. So very, very nice take there, and it's 1-0. And this 17th minute, Besson gives the ball away here. Nice little burl spin to get round him. I go to shoot, but it's cleared away only as far as Sidwell. Sidwell strikes it, but it goes just wide of the post, and it's still 1-0. So Sidwell unable to make it 2-0, but from the goal kick here, it's cleared forward by Felipe, and it's flicked on by our centre-back. It comes to myself here. We're looking for a runner. We find one out wide in Brian Ruiz. He plays it back inside to myself. Nice touch to get around Ryan Bennett. We played it out wide towards Kaka Nikolic. The Swedish midfielder gives me the ball here. I offload it to Kasami, and Kasami scores the goal. It's an absolutely superb finish, and it's 2-0 here. So Kasami gets the goal, and a bit of a unique celebration, this one. Not sure if you've ever seen this one before, but yeah, Kasami gets the goal, and it's 2-0. So glad to extend our lead to 2 goals. Glad to double our advantage. And of course, Kasami, it had to be him, didn't it? It was the trio. It was the deadly trio, the 3 Musketeers: Kaka Nikolic, the Swedish left midfielder, Kasami, the playmaker, and myself, the goal scorer who turned provider with this goal. And so many people ask me why I look for the assist more than the goals. It's just always been how I play the game. Whereas online pro clubs or offline be a pro, I always look to get the assist rather than the goal. But even so, Kasami does get the goal. I get the assist, and that's a nice little celebration of us two together. But yeah, that's his 10th goal in the Barclays Premier League, and I'd be very interested to know, of those 10 goals, how many of them have been assisted by me. It's ridiculous, but still, Norwich 0, Fulham 2, and in the 70th minute here, I get the ball to Steve Sidwell. Sidwell finds Brian Ruiz. He gives it to myself. Nice little Berber spin to get round Ryan Bennett. We take aim, and we find the back of the net. So Norwich 0, Fulham 3, 2 goals and 1 assist for myself. And yeah, I was having a very, very good game. I played so poorly against Southampton. It's always great to come off the back of a very bad game and perform fantastically well. That's exactly what I was doing here. Yes, I hold my hands up. I had a bad game against Southampton. Had I not played so poorly, we probably wouldn't have had the first loss of the season in the league, but I did. I hold my hands up. I said I played badly, and I look to improve in the next game. That's exactly what I was doing. So 3-0 here. 2 goals and assists for me, and directly from kickoff, Norwich get the ball away, and Kasami plays this ball over the top. I'm running through one-on-one, and I end up finessing the ball past Felipe and into the side of the net. So Norwich 0, Fulham 4. Kasami gets the goal. We linked up so well in this game. How many times have I said that? We linked up so well, and it's 4-0 to Fulham. And after that, I decided to go ahead and request a sub, because to be honest, the game was done, and I thought I'd just save myself some stamina points. And in the 85th minute, eventually I did get subbed off as Olsen tackles me here, and the ball goes out for a throw-in. But EA decided, and Felix Magath decided, that the best player that should come on for me is not Mitroglou, the proven goal scorer, but it's the goalkeeper, Bettinelli. That's exactly what EA thought. They thought, do you know what? Yes, Mitroglou, the Greek striker, is a very clinical finisher. Yes, he's a proven goal scorer for Olympiacos, I think it was. But now let's not put him on the pitch. Let's put the sub goalkeeper on the pitch. Let's put him in the goalkeeper jersey as well. Let's put him on the pitch and see what he can do. That's fantastic from EA. It really is fantastic. And and how can you get something like that wrong? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, in the 85th minute here, as I got subbed off, I decided to watch the rest of the game because I thought maybe Bettinelli can get a goal. He didn't even get to touch the ball because Fulham decided 4 or 5 of their players just passed the ball around and did nothing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is player career mode in a nutshell. But yeah, Norwich 0, Fulham 4, the final score. Glad to get a hat-trick. Also glad to get an assist for Kasami as well. Fantastic performance. Great to respond after a bad game against Southampton. And yeah, good to get back to winning ways and good to get another hat-trick in my career. I think that's my 3rd one in total. But as always, guys, big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of my player career mode very soon.